Okay folks, as promised, it's the moment you've all been waiting for, I'm sure. We're going to ferment some fish. This is the kingfish that I caught in Atlantic City in mid-June. It is July 7th and it was in my freezer. Now it's right there and we are going to try this fermentation experiment. Now I'm going to put the website that I used to learn about this down below, a link to it. But really, this is at your own risk. There are a lot of possible complications that can occur along the fermenting timeline, and some of them can affect your health. So I don't want anyone to use this as an instructional video. This is just me experimenting and trying to ferment fish for the first time. Let's have at it. All right, so I've pre-prepared some of this stuff. This is a mixture right here of whey, which you can gather your own whey, or you can just skim the top of yogurt, which is kind of what I did. I actually had to squeeze some through a coffee filter, but this is just from like some regular Greek yogurt. It's whey, it's water, and it's salt. It's a tablespoon of salt, but I'll put a link to the whole recipe in the description. All right, so here's my kingfish. The first thing I'm going to do is cut it up into pieces. Of course, you would want this deboned, but it's too late for that. I didn't know what I was going to do with it before, so I'm just gonna cut the heads off. We don't need to ferment those. Throw them to the side. Cut the tails off. And maybe cut the fins off. Lose an onion. Might as well try to get as much meat out of this as I can. So this is going to be bone-in fermented fish. Par for the course for the big red angler. Alright, so now I'm just going to chop it into pieces. I feel like that's good enough. All right, so this is my fermenting jar. I used it to make pepper mash for some hot sauce that I'm working on. But I think it'll work just as well for fish. So I believe we are to put the fish into the jar. The jar has been properly sterilized. Okay, fish in the jar. Okay, so now we got to put the onion, coriander, bay leaves, and peppercorns in. And of course I didn't prepare those yet, so let's do that. Okay, so it says 10 bay leaves. That's a lot of bay leaves. Some old bay leaves. Yeah, that's about 10. Okay, onion. How much onion? 2 to 3 slices of white onion. Alright, maybe more onion than we need, but whatever. Half teaspoon of coriander. This was surprisingly hard to find. Okay, half spoon of coriander. Teaspoon, tablespoon. Was it tablespoon? Ooh, it was teaspoon. Okay, there's a lot of coriander then. Peppercorns. Black peppercorns. Oh, that's only a half tablespoon, so it's maybe about a teaspoon. I don't know. Anyway. 1 sprig of fresh dill. Well, let's go 3. Why not? All right, we've already mixed the whey. So now we just need to pour the brine into the jar to submerge the fish. If you don't have enough brine to completely cover the fish, which we don't, it just says pour in more cool water. So that's what we'll do now. Okay, so more cool water going in. All right, our fish is submerged. Now, these vegetable fermenting kits come with like a little glass weight to put on top. So I'm gonna do that to make sure everything stays underwater. That's good. And now I'm gonna seal it. Okay, and now this might be overkill for such a short ferment with fish, but for vegetables and beer for that matter, we have this thing on the top. I forget what it's called. I'll put the put it in the subtitles, but fill it like halfway with water. And this, as the fish is fermenting, or whatever is fermenting it, allows the bubbles to escape without letting anything in. Again, don't know if it's necessary here, but that's it. Alright, so now we store it in room temperature out of the light for 3 to 5 days, and then we put it in the fridge for another 3 to 5 days, and then it's ready to eat. It's a relatively short, it's a very short ferment. There are fermentation processes for fish that go much longer, but I think I want to stick with this for now until we know it's safe, and then we can get really crazy. Okay, so I guess the next time you see this, we'll have fermented fish, and hopefully we won't die. Hope you like what you're seeing. Please like and subscribe, and as always, fish like no one's watching. Peace.